Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
7:31, 48 degrees outside. Kind of weird because yesterday's high was 48. Dropped down to 42 overnight, back up to 48 this morning when we arrived here at KCNI KBBN. They predicted it. They were right on.
They did predict it, yes. Yeah, I remember reading that in the forecast yesterday. Right on.
Right on for the weather people. All right, it's election day. Midterm election is here. We've been hearing about it for a long time. But there are some important issues out there, no doubt about it. All sorts of very important races nationwide for senators and congressmen and local, all sorts of local issues that we should pay attention to. So please, I know it has been a long run, but it's very important. Get out and vote for your local school board on the different positions here in your home at the very least. And there's some national issues that will be affected by your vote. So get there. It doesn't take very long. I don't know if they have cookies there or not. I don't think they do.
I don't know.
If they had cookies, I think voter turnout might be higher.
Yeah.
Probably some places do. I don't know. There's rules, though. Joan is helping. She started helping last election, my wife, and she's one of the officials there. She has not received any threats from anybody that I know of here.
Well, that's good.
But we don't have that sort of thing, thank goodness, here in Nebraska. But she enjoys doing that, and I think she was surprised about some of the different things you can and can't do as a person there to help. You have to be very careful. Oh, by the way, being careful, don't get all upset if you have a lotto ticket, because they haven't announced the $1.9 billion winner because they didn't have they had a glitch.
Well, there was a glitch in the lottery. So we did or we don't have a winner?
Not yet. They haven't shown the numbers yet.
Oh, they haven't shown the numbers yet.
Supposed
so
to
we
have been
don't.
last night.
Oh my goodness! It was supposed to be last night. There was a glitch. They didn't show. Boy, there's got to be people who are just furious today.
I'm pretty upset.
I bet you are. I didn't even know it was being drawn for.
Yeah, last night. But, I think
obviously you can tell I didn't buy a ticket.
You didn't?
No.
9 or 10 o'clock this morning. I guess it was kind of they're very, very careful about security and how they do it, and there was a little something that wasn't quite right, so they delayed it. So I told my wife this morning, that's a good sign for us.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's good.
You just kind of have this feeling, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. $1.9 billion.
Wow.
What we would do with all that money, I don't know. Happy birthday to Ann Thomas.
Oh, happy birthday, Ann.
It's one of the birthdays we're aware of today. If you're celebrating a birthday, like Ann is, you're celebrating with Bonnie Raitt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bonnie Raitt. You know what? If you play some Bonnie Raitt music, I wouldn't complain.
Oh, I wouldn't either. She's great. She's 73 today, and Grammy-winning blues singer-songwriter, great slide guitarist. Bob Bowles had a terrible crush on her. Was it crush or lust? Tara Reid is 47 today. I don't know if that rings a bell.
Sharknado.
Yes?
Yes, you bet.
She was
Classic films.
She was also in The Big Lebowski. That is a classic cult
is it?
film.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've never seen it.
And she was in the American Pie films as well. Tara Reid.
Oh.
Lauren Atkins is 33. Social media star, best known for her marriage to country star Thomas Rhett. But she has a huge following of her own. And Ricky Lee Jones is 68 today, singer-songwriter. The singer and author broke out her 1979 hit, Chuck E's In Love, was one that got her quite a bit of recognition. So happy birthday to those folks. Happy birthday to you if you're having a birthday on this election day, November 8th, 2022. Now, we have important issues to vote on here, but golly, in other areas, some of the ballot measures in today's midterm election, 5 states are voting to legalize pot today.
Okay.
Voters in the Dakotas, Arkansas, Missouri, and Maryland will decide whether they want to make getting stoned for fun legal. Colorado is voting to legalize mushrooms.
Oh.
Magic mushrooms may be legal in Colorado.
All right.
And votes in 5 states, including Alabama and Oregon, will decide whether to ban slave labor as part of a punishment for a crime or paying off debts. So some a little bit out of the ordinary things to be voting on today. Today, I think we'll be voting on minimum wage here in Nebraska.
I think you're right.
It's a little bit closer to home here. So those are some of the things going on. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, the Powerball drawing. Did I tell you that? It didn't happen last night?
It didn't happen last night. No. Goodness gracious. So can I still go buy a ticket then?
No.
And, well, they haven't drawn the numbers yet.
Too bad, so sad. No, you cannot.
Okay.
They just delayed the announcement. The biggest Powerball jackpot in history. There were no winners on Saturday's drawing. They didn't get it taken care of last night. The Powerball has strict security requirements that must be met by all 48 lotteries before a drawing can occur. They had a little something happen, so they're going through their security protocols. When they're complete, the drawing will be performed under the supervision of lottery security officials and independent auditors. So that's how you know.
Yeah. Well, you're just really revved up about this.
Oh,
I mean, you can't wait for these numbers to come out.
Well, the delay, I think, is a good sign.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you think that's playing into your favor?
Oh, definitely.
Well, great. Well, I'm happy for you, and I wish you good luck.
Well, thank you. And you know what? If I win $1.9 billion,
yeah,
I'll buy you a new lawnmower, riding lawnmower.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. That's it, though.
Oh, well. Hey, that's all right.
I mean, I don't want to spoil people.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll still charge me to come over and
Oh, sure.
and chop up my leaves, though, won't you?
Oh, yeah. I was pretty disappointed over the weekend. I went over to do that, and I was going to.
I don't know what you were looking at. I kind of walked around the back of the house and everything. There are plenty of leaves there.
Weren't very many. I would have went up there and chopped them up, but I didn't want to bill you if you did, and there weren't very many leaves there.
Well, thanks. I appreciate you.
I mean, I could have went up there and chopped a few up.
That's a good point. You know what? You bring up a very good point. You could have went over there and just kind of done half of it and charged me the full price. And instead, you chose to just not do it at all.
I wasn't going to. Didn't want to stick it to my neighbor.
I guess. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. All right, there are lots of things going on. School lunch menus. Let's do those and see what we come up with here. Let's just start with the Prairie Pioneer Center menu today. Today they're having their Thanksgiving dinner today. Turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, yams, green beef casserole, cranberry sauce, and dinner roll. Call them at 872-6121 by 9 o'clock. Let them know you're coming.
Sargent School today, we have their menu for this week. It says homemade pizza today, corn, strawberry cake and fruit cup, milk and salad bar on the menu at Sargent today.
You know, I probably should send you a little bit of a bill for the gas it took me to get over there. And then I realized there wasn't any leaves.
Yeah, okay. Well, go ahead. Send your bill.
Sandhills Dunning today. Tacos, soft or hard shell, and refried beans.
If I didn't pay it, you wouldn't take me to collections, would you?
Of course I would.
That would be embarrassing.
Well, it would be. That's why you would want to pay it. You don't want to have your name in a paper.
SEM today for lunch, serving tacos at SEM today.
Wow. Good morning from Bill Vanderheiden from Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, yeah, Mobile.
Mobile,
Okay.
Alabama.
Well, thank you for
Thank you, Bill.
saying hi.
My girl Bill, talking about my girl Bill. I love that song. Callaway today, breakfast bars for breakfast, Little Smokies for dinner.
Litchfield today, serving teriyaki chicken for lunch at Litchfield.
Ansley, they're having tacos, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Thetford today, chili and cinnamon rolls on the menu at Thetford.
Wish I could find that song, My Girl Bill. I love that song. Thanks for reminding me of that, Bill,
Jim
from Alabama.
Stafford, right?
Yes. Maybe the little Rooski could play
The other
that.
one I liked Spiders and Snakes.
Yeah, that was
he
a pretty
did.
good one.
Yeah.
Did he do that? Or was that, it wasn't, it was him?
I think it was Jim Stafford that did Spiders and Snakes.
I think you're right.
Isn't it?
I think you're right. I was thinking of,
I could be wrong.
well, let's don't Google it. It'll take the fun out of it.
Well, yeah.
Arnold
Take too
today.
long, too.
Yeah, take half the show. Arnold, tacos, chips, and cheese.
Loop City today, tacos or chicken quesadillas at Loop City.
Sorry, I'm a little out of sorts this morning. Left my phone back at the house. Forgot
no.
it.
Well, how in the world is Joan going to alert you that you won the lottery if you don't have your phone?
Powerball.com, baby.
Oh,
And Selma Myrna Public Schools. Beef taco in a bag, crispy chicken sandwiches, spicy chicken sandwich, fresh baked combo sub, corn, fruit, vegetables, and milk at Anselmo Myrna.
Gothenburg today. Some of their choices: cheeseburgers, taco. This says taco sale, but I think it should be taco salad with tricolor strips, pizza, and white chicken lasagna on the menu at Gothenburg today.
Cozad. Hot dogs on a bun. Student favorites, of course, peanut butter and jelly with yogurt. Pepperoni calzones, mixed greens, fresh picks, and boy, they got fresh fruit, chilled fruit, milk, and much, much more at Cozad. They got it going on at Cozad. Let's see here. Wrong stack. Put that over there. Broken Bow Middle School, High School today. Beef taco in a bag, crispy chicken sandwich, spicy chicken sandwiches, roasted chicken and cheese sandwiches, cottage cheese and fruit platter, vegetables, fruit, desserts, and milk at the Broken Bow Middle School and High School today. That's your school lunch menus. The game today brought to you by the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Of course, that means somebody out there has a chance to win a tumbleweed meal.
Indeed. And here's your question for today. One more question regarding Native American Heritage Month, which is the month of November. Bent trees can be found strategically placed throughout many forested areas in the United States. What do some historians believe was one Native American use for them? Bent trees can be found strategically placed throughout many forested areas in the United States. What do some historians believe was one Native American use for them? Your choices are: use them as trail markers, places to relax, animal traps, or enclosures for toddlers.
Oh, boy.
Bent trees can be found strategically placed throughout many forested areas in the U.S. What do some historians believe was one Native American use for them? A, trail markers, B, places to relax, C, animal traps, or D, enclosures for toddlers. If you know, call us at 872-2801. Ask anyone in the county to name the specialty at the Tumbleweed Cafe, and you probably won't get the same answer from any two people. And here's the reason. They don't specialize on one or two dishes. They go all the way to make every item on their home-cooked menu the very best. Add to that the cheerful and relaxed atmosphere, the friendly but courteous service, and you're sure to love your experience there every time. Located on East Highway 2 in Broken Bow, it's the Tumbleweed Cafe.
All right, didn't get a call. I hope our phone line's working. What's the answer?
The answer is use them as trail markers.
Trail markers. Very interesting.
With the change of weather seasons comes the change of sports seasons. It's a good thing that Geared for Sports is ready to go with a variety of wrestling and basketball gear options. Make sure you keep up with Geared for Sports daily as well, because they have deals of the day. Stop in to find out what it is each day or check Facebook. Swing by soon. If you don't see what you need on the shelf, maybe Scott can get it for you. Geared for Sports, west side of the square in Broken Bow.
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to them.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
$7:49, so just about 10 minutes away from the polls opening up for you folks to get in and vote if you want to do that on the way to work. Actually, that's an interesting note. Here comes Logan. That's good. In Nebraska, in some states, you get paid while you're voting. I don't believe that's the case.
Paid while you're voting?
Well, in other
Paid
words,
how?
Well,
what do you mean?
At work. It's not deducted.
I see. Oh, I thought you meant you showed up to the polls and people started handing out money or something.
Well, that may be happening, but
that's under the table, though.
yeah, that's
Okay.
something we hope doesn't
I gotcha.
happen. But yeah, some states they actually it's like paid leave to go vote,
Oh,
which is pretty cool. I don't see
Yeah.
why we couldn't do that. Although, being on the management end, Logan, I think it'd be better if we didn't have to pay our employees extra.
Yeah,
You know.
but
well,
there's
I would come back. I would come back to work.
Oh yeah, you probably stop and have breakfast and maybe hang around downtown.
Well, okay.
I think any employee is entitled to like 15-minute breaks.
Yeah, legally.
You know.
Trust me, there.
Well, I didn't know that. Okay.
Little
Well, I'll be
tidbit
taking
info for you.
I'll be taking a 15-minute break today.
Trust me, you don't want me to start writing down the breaks around here. You'll come out on the wrong end.
I knew that would get him revved up.
30-minute conversations about other things besides work. I have to sit and listen to that in my office, Logan. How's it going?
It's going good. I've learned a lot this morning.
Oh, yeah. How's things at Arrow Seed?
Good.
Good.
Yeah. So I got there a little bit early today.
Oh.
Kids with this time change are no bueno, no fun.
Oh.
Their internal clock is
Off.
super early.
Yeah.
So I've been up for a while now.
Take some adjustment there, won't it?
It will. But I found out when I got to work, kind of walking through the warehouse, and we have some pigeons that take up residence.
Yes.
And I went in there and I tried shooing them away, and I yelled, and it echoed. And then I heard the pigeons, and it was super quiet, and they were cooing, and I couldn't figure out why it was so quiet, yet mine would echo. Well, it's because a coo sticks.
Who sticks? I'm not sure I get that. Is it? Can you explain it to
It's
me?
because acoustics.
Oh. Cue sticks. Okay. All right, Logan.
I got it. I just didn't laugh. Sorry.
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
But we get a laugh out of it anyway,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh boy.
I just want to continue to applaud you though with the setup. I got to
Well,
be honest. I
thanks.
just get excited, you know, as you're built, because I can sense when you're building up to it, and I just kind of get excited to hear what the punchline's going to be.
Well, that's good.
So well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
So, do you want to talk about Arrow Seed at all, or are you
Oh, I can.
okay? Let's see here.
I think the acoustics are okay in here
Yeah.
to talk about Arrow Seed.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Boy. Hunting seasons are coming quick.
They are.
In fact, underway in some cases.
Yep. And this weekend is opening weekend of rifle deer season
Oh boy.
already. So if you're
You
chasing
got
that,
your spot picked out?
not really. No.
No? Okay.
I'm just flying by the seat of my pants this year.
Oh.
I don't have a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
So we're moving to a new house this weekend, so I'm not gonna hunt this
Oh,
weekend.
wow.
Oh, you are?
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
So
Oh, nice.
so that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be great. Nothing like moving to have a little fun.
Exactly.
Now, wait a minute. Am I okay to ask this? Logan Girardin is planning a move on the opening weekend of rifle deer season?
Let's see, how do I put this? I don't want to get in trouble when I get home.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
It was definitely
It was
me.
your idea.
It was all my idea.
Just
Good thinking.
checking.
Good thinking, Logan.
Wow.
So, if other folks go out there and get the deer of their dreams, and they want to process it themselves, you've got the goods.
We do have the goods. We've got everything but the meat
Okay.
and the knives to cut up said meat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've got all the seasonings, all the casings. We've got the equipment as far as the grinders and the mixers and the stuffers. We do have a big stuffer on hand. It holds 15 pounds of meat.
Wow, that's big.
So I've got the little 5-pound stuffer. It's awesome, but you have to fill it a lot when you make a big, you make a 20-pound batch of summer sausage.
Yeah,
You got to fill it, and it's kind of time consuming.
at 4 different times. Yeah.
Exactly. So I guess the thing with that big stuffer is you can do a big batch in no time, all in one shot. So
All right, you got one.
I have one.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And then we've got plenty of grinders on hand. I've got a few different sizes. The little countertop size, which is what I've got. If I had to do it over again, I probably would get a little bit bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a electric fencer, get one bigger than the size you think you need.
In a lot of cases, that happens, doesn't it? Go ahead and spend that little extra money, and you'll be, in the long run.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and the craftsmanship on those bigger ones, you know, they're not built to fail, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the countertop size ones are almost disposable. That's how the manufacturer treats them. You know, they got plastic gears in them, and
Yeah.
they're just not heavy duty.
Okay.
They're pretty light duty, which would be fine if you're only maybe going to do just a little bit of meat through it a year.
Yeah.
But if you're going to get serious about it and do things other than maybe deer, you'll want a little bit better setup.
Yeah, and you know, maybe somebody out there's just going to do some poultry or something like that of their own.
Yeah, and the countertop size, those are fine. I mean, I've got by with mine for quite a few years now. I've had to replace quite a few parts on it, but you know, it's got me by. Like I said, the thing is, if you're going to do a lot, you know, if you're going to do a lot of beef, or you know, maybe you shoot 2 or 3 deer a year, you're probably going to want something a little bit more powerful.
If you've been a good boy, maybe you'll get one for Christmas.
Maybe, as long as my wife's not listening to the show right now.
Just a hint.
Yeah, I would be okay with, you know, maybe Renee and the boys would get me a little bit bigger meat grinder for Christmas.
Maybe they would.
Yeah.
That'd be nice, Renee.
That would be so nice of them.
And I know she wants you to be happy.
Yes.
And just like you're going to be this weekend,
I will be so thrilled.
moving during deer season.
Yes. But hey, sometimes during rifle deer season, it's better to be a moving target than stationary.
Yeah, and maybe not that first weekend is, you know, that might be better on a Wednesday than on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Kind of
So-
like fishing in June, you know, you like it better when there's not a lot of people around.
Exactly. You know, and I am, full disclosure, I am taking the majority of next week off to deer hunt.
Okay, so then you're okay.
I'm just missing opening weekend, which
It's okay.
that's fine.
Yep. All right, so you got them covered there. What else do you want to highlight this morning?
Bugs are still pretty prevalent.
Oh yeah, I should tell you, I did the station in here last weekend, and I did the front, and when I came in on Monday, dead box elder bugs everywhere.
Yeah, tempo does wonders on creepy crawlies.
And I took it up to the transmitter, FM transmitter building. Flies were thick in there. A lot of them were dying already, but I went ahead and went around the perimeter of the building. I'm kind of thinking about going up there and seeing how it did, because it did really good here.
Yep. Yeah, and you know, box elder bugs they're the worst.
Yeah.
I mean,
They can get really heavy on front of a building.
they can. You know, there's some politicians that are probably worse than a box elder bug, but it's a kind of a toss up.
It's a draw on
You
that.
know, and
Can't use tempo on politicians, though. Actually, that won't harm them. So
no, on some politicians, all you got to use is the truth, and you know, a little bit of holy water sprinkled in there, and they kind of go.
they'd run like little babies, wouldn't they?
Yep. Yep.
Well, we probably not go any further with that. But tempo is, you know, it's like $50-some for a container that doesn't look all that big, but you put in about 2 milliliters.
It's not much at all.
Yeah.
You know, an 8-ounce bottle or a 150 milliliter, whatever the size is, will last a couple years
Easy.
for the average homeowner, as long as you don't let it freeze.
Yes. And I've got ours stored back in the bathroom now,
That's probably good.
so we're good to go.
Yes.
But it is a good investment, because if you figure application-wise, it's not very much per application. It's
right.
really effective. I don't know how often you have to do that. I guess you just watch and see if they come back.
Yeah, it kind of depends on the weather. You know, if you do it around the outside, and it's really a wet year, probably need to do it a couple of times. Like this year, I only did my house 2 times, once in the spring and once this fall,
Yeah.
and it was good.
I would go ahead and purchase the spray bottle that comes with it. That's pretty handy.
It is. If you've got a big area to apply, a lot of shops and outbuildings that are being used, not only do the mice try to get in, but the bugs try to get in.
Mm-hmm.
So, putting it in a 1 gallon pump sprayer, then you can cover a lot more area a little bit more effectively.
Yeah, and there's a little instruction pamphlet that's stuck to the front of the bottle that you can open up, and it has different applications for like food vendors and kitchens and shops.
Yeah,
and,
it's Tempo. This insecticide's one of the safest out there.
Yeah.
Obviously you're not going to want to pour it on your cereal.
Right.
But as long as you follow the label directions, it's very safe and effective.
Okay.
So.
All right, Logan. Any last thoughts?
Oh, not particularly. No. I've got all sorts of thoughts. But,
Oh, I know you do. Bring some with you next time. Okay?
I'll think about it. I'm probably gonna go vote now.
Oh, good idea.
It's this weekend. It's supposed to get cold, right?
It is.
Yep. So maybe that'll keep some of those politicians' hands in their own pockets.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Thanks, Logan.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Election day is here, and some very important Senate races could determine control of Congress. In Pennsylvania, it's close between Dr. Mehmet Oz and Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman.
This is a transformative election. It's going to send a loud message to Washington.
Send me to Washington, D.C. And send Dr. Oz back to New Jersey.
The $1.9 billion Powerball drawing was delayed because of a security issue. Presenter Laura Johnson.
Make sure you hold on to those tickets and check Powerball.com for the winning Powerball number results.
Look out, Florida. Potential hurricanes heading your way. Meteorologist Craig Allen on the path of subtropical storm Nicole.
We're likely to see winds increase to about 60, 65 miles per hour, and then perhaps hurricane force beyond 24 hours as it starts heading towards the east coast of Florida.
It's expected to make landfall Thursday. CBS News Brief. I'm Stacy Lynn.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. Lincoln police are investigating a late Monday night shooting in the capital city. Captain Max Hubka told KOLN-TV 1011 Now that officers were called out at around 11:45 to a report of an 18-year-old male who had been shot in the area of 23rd and B Streets. While officers were headed there, the Lincoln Police Department said they were told that the victim was taken by someone they knew to a nearby hospital. Not long after the shooting, 1011 Now arrived on the scene and witnessed officers checking out a home on the northeast corner of 23rd and B. Police were searching around the outside and inside of the home at the time. Hubka says the 18-year-old is in stable condition. He added that no arrests have been made, but there's no ongoing threat to the public. Police are still investigating the incident.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NFL on Monday Night Football in New Orleans, the Ravens didn't have much trouble beating the Saints 27-13. Baltimore jumped out to a 14-0 lead and were pretty much in control throughout. Kenyon Drake had a couple of rushing touchdowns for Baltimore, who improved to 6-3 on the season. Top team in the AFC North. New Orleans falls to 3-6. In the NBA, all 30 teams were in action last night. Checking games of note, the Bucks lose for the first time this season after a 9-0 start, falling to the Hawks 117-98. Celtics beat the Grizzlies 109-106 in the matchup of the night. Jason Tatum 39 points for Boston. Warriors get 47 points from Steph Curry to snap a 5-game skid in a 116-113 win over the Kings. Jazz handled the Lakers 139-116. Utah is 9-3, best record in the Western Conference. It was opening night in college basketball. Every top 25 team took the court, and every top 25 team posted a win, including #1 North Carolina, who beat UNC Wilmington 69-56.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have mostly cloudy skies and breezy conditions with a chance for some drizzle activity. Those high temperatures working up to 67. We'll have our winds out to the south and southeast at 15 to 25. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 54. Another breezy but milder day in store on Wednesday, at least some partial sunshine with highs in the lower 70s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
America's midterms. With so much at stake, count on CBS News. Live from Times Square.
New vote tallies just came in.
With fair, accurate results in real time.
Control of the Senate could come down to any one of these close races.
Exclusive polling and voter profiles.
We spent a lot of time talking to voters.
Powerful insights on what matters most.
Our voices and our numbers count.
So count on CBS News as America decides. Watch today on CBS and streaming all day.
We are breaking news overnight. Every morning, Gail King, Tony DeCopel, and Nate Burleson bring you unbiased original reporting.
That is some big news on the Supreme Court.
With breaking news close to home.
We begin with a destructive weather system.
The tornado destroyed 3/4 of the homes here.
And global coverage on the ground.
They don't want us revealing this location because they don't want it to be a target.
CBS Mornings.
We have new developments in a story we have been committed to for years now.
Weekday mornings on CBS.
6 past the hour of 8 o'clock, 49 degrees outside under a cloudy sky. Winds are southeast, 10 to 15 right now. Barometric pressure steady at 30.09, leveling off there. Humidity at 77%. High temperature yesterday was 48. So again, we need to explain it was 48 for a high yesterday, 47 at 5 o'clock, got down to 42 sometime during the night, and then back up to 48 early this morning, and now 49. Humidity is up as well, as we mentioned, at 77%. So the high yesterday was 48, overnight low of 42. Sunrise this morning occurred at 7:18, sunset at 5:26, sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:19, and we have recorded 1,300 precipitation so far this month. Derek is here from Team Physical Therapy. I'm having trouble speaking today, Derek, so help me, would you? Can you help with any therapy on that?
No, but I know some really good speech therapists that'll help you.
I think I better go see one this morning. Nothing's coming out quite right. I'm really excited, Derek, and I think that's part of the problem. As the Powerball last night was not called out because of some safety issues, and so I feel that's a good sign, and I feel like by 11 o'clock this morning I'll probably be $1.9 billion richer.
Yeah, I think it's your morning.
Thanks a lot.
Yep.
What do you think the reaction around town would be if the announcement came that the ticket was sold in Custer County?
Oh, man. Well, first of all, the vendor gets a pretty good little kickback for selling it.
Mm-hmm.
But then, Derek, we talked about this the last few days since the thing is so big. You'll end up having some friends you never had before.
Uh-huh. I mean, I'd be best friends with you.
See?
Give it an hour or two and...
I love it. At least Derek is honest. I love that. I'd be your friend.
Yeah. Well, that's a little baggage that comes with winning that, I imagine. But what are the odds of even anybody in Custer County winning it?
Oh,
geez, it's like a little drop of water in the ocean, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, if I win it, I'll consider your request.
Good to know. Thank you.
And did you get a ticket?
I did not.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about it.
No.
Okay. Fourth quarter of the year gets busy for Team Physical Therapy because people want to get some things done that they can get paid for with the deductible situation, correct? So the surgeries and so forth probably pick up a little bit.
Yeah, so to an extent, I'd say we're busier this time of year. Exactly what you said because of that. But then also still just like with high school sports, got stuff going on, and then as it starts getting colder and people try scooping snow or slip on the ice, stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's a busy time of the year for us.
Yeah. Going to the sports side, and then we'll talk about some of the other things. That transition from one sport to another, it's kind of odd in a way how the injuries changed just a little bit. Maybe you have also some athletes that weren't football players and maybe were working out a little bit, but then go into basketball and the girls and guys both running those laps and those sprints and changing directions with their knees and ankles and so forth. It kind of changes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does from sport to sport. I mean, you compare football to wrestling, like they're totally different, and then with basketball where you're running on a hardwood floor instead of grass. And I mean, it's a lot of the same stuff, still knees and ankles, but a lot of the way it happens. And just like what's more common with certain sports, you know. But yeah, we're here to help you if you need anything.
Boy, anybody who played basketball probably sometime or another rolled an ankle, twisted an ankle. It a lot of times doesn't do damage. Sometimes it does, but boy, does it hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the thing with an ankle sprain. It's it hurts and it can swell up, you know. But it's the type of thing that if you don't take care of, those ligaments get loose, and it's something that can just keep happening over and over. So if you do roll an ankle, sprain an ankle, it's something you want to get in and get better right away, so it's not something that lingers on for weeks or months.
Shoes are important in any sport. I imagine very important in both in boys and girls basketball. Getting a good shoe, they're expensive. Shoes are expensive, basketball shoes, but you want to get good ones, right?
Yeah, and I think everyone has different feet, kind of different arches, so they need different things. But you know, shoes that support your arches well, support your ankles well, especially in a sport like basketball where you're jumping up, coming down, landing on other people's feet all the time, you know. Just making sure you have good support there.
Yeah. And then we go away from the sport and we go to what you were talking about, changing the seasons. We've been cruising along pretty good here. Got a little taste of cold weather coming up, maybe some ice. This forecast is telling us we could see just enough ice to cover the surface. A little snow on top of that. We're not really in shape for that either, or accustomed to that, so we'll want to be careful with that.
Yeah, so I mean, just making sure you're taking extra time walking, you know, if you're on ice. But I think it is important to know we do offer balance therapy too. So that's not necessarily just ice related, but you know, walking through grass or whatever. Anyone that has concerns with balance or falling, and if you have fallen, you can come on in and we can help strengthen you up, work on your balance, and kind of find ways to help prevent that from happening in the future.
Yeah, I'm not sure a lot of us think about doing sessions and exercise and different methods of improving the balance, but I think anybody that is going through the aging process certainly understands that balance is something you take for granted until it starts going away.
Yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of people think of physical therapy as like, oh, I sprained an ankle or my back hurts. But it is important to know that we do just like general strength and balance routines. If you have concerns about your balance, or if you have fallen, or if you're just afraid that you're going to fall, there's plenty of stuff we do, and we do it all the time, of kind of trying to challenge people's balance, get their legs stronger, and hopefully stop them from falling.
Yeah, Derek, for those out there who are thinking they fit into that category, how much time does it take to come in and have you guys help them? Is it 3 times a week, and how long in the clinic?
Generally 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay.
Probably about 45 minutes at a time.
All right.
And usually what we'll do is we'll go 2 or 3 times a week for a month, kind of see where you're at, reassess, and then decide if we want to go another couple weeks, or just kind of based on your progress, how you're doing, base it off that and go from there.
Do you send any exercises home with them, or any drills that they need to do at home?
Yep. So we have like a website that we can load all the exercises on, print them off, and there's pictures that shows you how many times a day to do it, how many days a week to do it, and it gives pretty clear instructions on anything we want people to do at home.
Okay. All right. Well, if something bad happens and somebody falls, or somebody does run into trouble out there when winter weather really hits, I know you're ready to help them if they take a fall and you know, hit an elbow. That's really bad in the ice when you have that you try to catch yourself and maybe jam a wrist. There's all sorts of things that come with that kind of weather that I imagine you guys are prepared to help for.
Yeah, for sure. Just trying to help get people moving again safely and confidently. And I think it's important to note too that we're getting busier with the home health that we've been doing in town. So if people do fall and are stuck at home, then for whatever reason, you know, we can come to them most of the time and make sure people get the treatment they need.
Well, that's a great new expanded service. I know Jeff was pretty excited about being able to offer that. Sounds like it's taken off.
Yeah, we've been pretty busy with it. Yeah,
good.
Seeing most of Custer County, or covering most of Custer County, and just helping to get to people that need it.
Yeah, and you have clinics and all around, so you can cover a lot of ground that way. Yeah. Brett, did you have any questions about your balance? Or I know you're unbalanced, but I don't think we're talking about the same
I've always
thing.
thought I've been fair and balanced.
Oh, boy.
So, but just thought I'd sneak that in.
Oh.
I do have a question. I was told one time there's a difference between being hurt and being injured.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with that statement? And I'm guessing that that is a lot of what you guys do sometimes, is trying to determine, is it an injury or not? And I would think that that would be kind of a fine line sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think with sports coverage, you know, you're at a football game or whatever, that is a line. I mean, that's our job, is to figure out where that line is. If it's something that, like, you know, oh man, he probably shouldn't keep playing, or like it's just gonna hurt, but if you can tough it out, you can keep going. So I mean, that's a lot of what our job is kind of finding where that line is and making that decision.
That's a big responsibility.
It is.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that's what you're trained to do.
Yeah, that's what we went to school for. Yeah, and I think either way we can help people, even if it is just something that's hurt and it's not necessarily a bad injury. There's still ways we can help you and kind of get you going again. But,
yeah.
All right. Kind of a personal question. We were kind of teasing you before we went on the air that we were going to ask you a lot of personal questions. This one's kind of personal in a way, but it's also about your profession. You went to school long time to be a therapist. You spent a lot of money to become one. Has it been what you thought it was going to be when you were going to school? Is it as gratifying as you thought it might be?
Yeah, for sure. Anytime you have a patient that gets better, you know, give yourself a pat on the back and feel pretty good about yourself. But yeah, that's why my wife is a physical therapist too, and that's a big part why we wanted to come to Broken Bow, is just the wide variety that we can see. In a lot of bigger cities, you kind of get pigeonholed into one thing. Like, you might be the knee guy, or you might, you know, do one thing all day every day. Whereas Broken Bow, where there's just not as many providers, we kind of have to do a little bit of everything, which I really like about being here. And, you know, it's just different every day.
Yeah, I can see where that would be. You know, if you're the back guy, you'd only see people about lower back, and while you could help them, you get to help a lot more people this way.
Yeah.
All right. Anything that we didn't ask you about today that you wanted to talk about? I know it's a busy time of year for you. You do take walk-ins, though, right?
Yep. We will take walk-ins. Pretty much always make sure we have enough people in our clinic. There's usually at least 5 or 6 therapists there that if you walk in, you can be seen at some point soon. And then, like I said, we're still seeing people in their homes, doing the hospital, covering all 5 of our clinics, doing some nursing home, assisted living. Yeah, we're just staying busy everywhere.
A lot of things
covering the
going on.
schools.
Thanks, Derek. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thank you.
Team Physical Therapy here in Broken Bow. Let's see, up in Burwell, Callaway,
Gothenburg, and Kearney.
There you go. It's amazing, the growth that we've seen there.
Yeah.
All right. You're not fair and balanced. I'm going to tell you that right now, Apperson.
I disagree.
When I grow up, I'll become station manager. Then I'll fire Dave and Brent and get this place together.
Lily Kate Boutique would love to see you this Friday for their holiday open house. From 10 to 6, stop in and enjoy cookies and beverages throughout the day, along with amazing savings to start your holiday shopping. Children through women's clothing can be found at Lily Kate Boutique. Spin the wheel for a discount on your entire purchase, and the first 40 customers will receive Levi kettle corn. It's all happening this Friday at Lily Kate Boutique on the north side of the square in Broken Bow.
At the Callaway Good Life Center, their hometown facility offers the security and comfort of a small town with the advantages of city living. They offer speech, occupational, and physical therapy for their residents. Visit CallawayGoodLife.com for more information.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
Back live here on the show. I guess the commercials were live too. Well, they're pre-recorded, but then they're played live during the show.
That's right. Yeah, you're the one that makes it happen.
Well, I have the mouse. Okay. Used to be a button, now it's a mouse. I got some things here I want to go through. Do you have some things over there you want to go through?
Sure I do.
And Mark Stock should be calling in anytime. So we have a lot of, one of the things I did want to say that I think it was Emily, in this case, put together a very complete story yesterday on the Veterans Day celebrations and soup suppers and all those sorts of things that are coming up. And I won't get them all here, so if you want to know more details about the ceremonies and soup suppers and so forth, it's on Sandhills Express, and she's got everything rounded up. She was making a lot of phone calls yesterday, reaching out to people so that we could promote them. And I don't have all of them here on sheets of paper, but what I don't have is on Sandhills Express.
Great.
Okay. The Anselmo Volunteer Fire Department is having their fire department's soup supper at the fire hall in Anselmo on Saturday, November 12th from 6 until 8 p.m. They'll take a free will donation for that one, and it's always good. They just got through with their big turkey dinner at Anselmo. They just love to get together and eat and have fun.
Yeah.
Also, the Sargent United Methodist Church on Sunday, November 13th, is having their annual turkey dinner drive-through style, so be sure and take that in. Traffic will flow northbound on 2nd Street in Sargent on Sunday, serving from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. And the meals are priced reasonably. And then the Mason City Community Service Club is holding its annual soup supper on Saturday, and that starts at 5 p.m., runs till 8 p.m. at the Mason City Community Building. And then we've got the Veterans Soup Supper Friday at the Municipal Building, and we're going to be talking about that, doing a remote. We usually do a remote that morning on Friday with Mr. Moniger, and find out more details on that. Also, backing up just a little bit to Friday, November 11th, very important event, the Sandhills Fire Relief Get-Together. And they're going to have a live auction, internet auction, barbecue feed cooked by Slow Poke Barbecue out of Ocano. They're going to have Borderline playing. They'll have a cash bar. They're going to have all kinds of fun, but the biggest part of it is to raise proceeds to go to the affected ranchers and local fire departments from the fire at Halsey. And so they'd love to have you. And if you'd like more information on that, this is all going through the Custer County Foundation, Nebraska Cattlemen's Disaster Fund, and they would like you to RSVP to the Sandhills Fire Relief Facebook event page, if you would, please. And also you can talk to Dr. Scott Reynolds or Dr. Mackenzie Beals at the Broken Bow Animal Hospital at 872-5281. But that's coming up this Friday.
Great.
And we have Mark Stock on the line. So we're going to take a quick time out, and we'll be back to talk with Mark with Big Iron Auction.
If you're buying or selling used equipment and trucks, look no further than PurpleWave.com. We offer a wide selection of skid steers, dozers, loaders, backhoes, trucks, and more. Items are added daily to our regularly scheduled auctions, where everything sells to the highest bidders. Bidding is easy, so get started today. Visit PurpleWave.com. Straight, simple, sold.
Turkey time is back again.
Happy fall from your friends at Gary's Superfoods in Broken Bow. Save on USDA choice sirloin tip roast, $4.99 a pound. Boneless beef, New York strip steaks are $5.99 each. Have a pasta night. Ragu pasta sauces are only $1.99. Pick up Frito-Lay Cheetos or Fritos at 2 for $7. Boxes of Mrs. Butterworth's pancake and waffle mixes are $2.99 each. as are Mrs. Butterworth's or Log Cabin Syrups. Gary's Superfoods, excited to serve you with these great prices and many more on South B Street in Broken Bow.
A lot of people like hunting here in central Nebraska. We do too at Bo Bootery. Hunting for savings, that is. This week, Bear Paw boots are 20% off for women and kids. Then on Saturday, for one day only, Bear Paws are 25% off. No matter the style or color you're looking for, they're on sale. Brown, gray, black, warm, stylish. Come hunt for savings this week at Bo Bootery and save on Bear Paw boots. We're excited to see you on the east side of the square in Broken Bow.
8:26. Mark Stock is on the line and ready to go. Let's find out what he is up to. I'm anxious, Mark, to hear about all the different things that are coming up. You're really, really busy. Tell us about it.
Well, hello, everybody. Yes, I just heard the previous ad about hunting, and I'll talk about some hunting opportunities here at the end of the broadcast or the end of this conversation. But great hunting coming right around the corner. And I always tell people, shoot as many of those deer as you can, because I'm tired of replacing my front clips on my vehicle, so that gets old after a while. But anyway, hey, today we're going to sell some land in South Dakota, 751 acres and 6 different tracts. We're in Oglala, Lakota County, South Dakota. The land is located kind of right where intersection Highway 18 and Highway 391 meet. So if you want some dry crop land or some pasture land in that area, please go to the Big Iron website. 11 o'clock Mountain Time is when these 751 acres will be selling to the highest bidder. Brad Ott is our South Dakota real estate representative handling that transaction. And once again, that real estate all sells to the highest bidder with no reserves. And then this afternoon, folks, if you're looking for some powerful bulls, or if you're looking for some F1 Angus Hereford bred heifers, we've got those selling, as well as some 5 to 8 year old bred cows. But there's 80 head of Angus and Hereford F1 bred heifers selling out of Albin, Wyoming, for Monty Lerwick. These are extra fancy folks. Our folks in Wyoming, they've had a dry patch throughout the summer, and they're releasing some of their really good quality animals just because of the drought. And if you want some super sharp F1 black white-faced heifers, you need to be watching them sell at 1 o'clock this afternoon on BigIron.com. And by Oakley, Kansas, there's 40 head of black Angus 5 to 8 year old bred cows that are selling for HD ranches. Same situation, folks. It had very little moisture, if any, and they need to just move some cows to some better spots to give those cows the opportunity to flourish. And that's what you got to admire about these producers. Sometimes they don't want to, but they know what's best for their animals, so they sell them. And they wish the new buyer all the best of luck with their pride and joy as you take them to an area where you've been fortunate enough to get some rain or you got some feed sources. Then tomorrow, folks, we've got a big sale on our Wednesday, November 9th auction, and we've got the Philip T. Nelson and Susan T. Nelson Family Trust Estate Sale in Windham, Kansas. They've got 22 items that are selling, including an International Paystar 5000 tandem axle tanker truck. They've got a Mack tandem axle grain truck as well, plus a Mauer hopper bottom grain trailer. It's a 2010 model, so check that out. We have a real big retirement sale in Ohio, Illinois. There's 43 items selling for MR&L Schultz retirement sale. They got a Case IH 9230 four-wheel drive tractor. Excuse me. They got a 9150 four-wheel drive. They got a Hydro 186. You don't find them every day. And they've got an International 766 with a narrow front that is getting a tremendous lot of attention. It was over $17,000 the last time I looked at it. They've got a 1666 Combine as well that will be selling in Ohio, Illinois on a retirement sale. We've also got L&M Porter out of Moundridge, Kansas. They've got a lot of really late model hay equipment that's selling, balers and rakes. And they've got a lot of livestock feeding equipment as well. Christopher Blake is from McPherson, Kansas. He's got a Case IH 2394 tractor that will sell. We've got the Peter Rutt Estate and Tamara Rutt sale by Kimball, Nebraska. And that sale tomorrow features 274 items, a lot of really nice farm machinery. They've got a tremendous offering of livestock equipment. They've got one of these really nice green alleyway and loading tubs that I don't think it's been used only a couple times. So a lot of good livestock handling equipment as well. They've got a bunch of shop tools. It's just really excellent, well-cared stuff. It's the Peter Rutt Estate, folks. Kimball, Nebraska, a real big sale. A little closer to home as we move from Kimball to Cambridge, Nebraska. There's a New Holland L160 skid steer that has got numerous attachments, buckets, grapple forks, post hole diggers and such, for selling for Jeffrey Fisher. Up back in South Dakota, Steve Grogman is selling a 2021 Titan Avalanche gooseneck livestock trailer. This trailer is a 16-footer, but it's got the tack room. It's been used very little. It's extra, extra nice if you want to haul some fancy horses around. Over by Creston, Nebraska, Tyler Elgin has got a Case IH 5300 19-shank and hydrous applicator that will be sold. The Boone County Road Department in Albion, Nebraska, they got a 2002 Trailblazer tri-axle belly dump trailer that is being sold. So check those items out. I'm just touching on a few as we've got equipment selling all across the country on the big sale Wednesday on BigIron.com. November the 10th, folks, we got a special sale in Wichita, Kansas, online for Absolute Natural Stones, Inc. They have 545 lots of landscaping rocks, landscaping stones. They got pebbles. They got patio stones. They got building stones. So if you're putting up a building and you want to put a nice stone front to the beginning of it, I mean, my gosh, there's 545 lots. Pick your choice of colors and designs. They got retaining wall stones. They got big boulders, landscaping boulders. They've got the pond pumps that are brand new in the box. They got waterfall systems that have never been used. They've got waterfall slabs and waterfall stones as well, plus a bunch of masonry sand and masonry granite. It's just a huge sale in Wichita, Kansas. If you've got a landscaping business or if you've got a landscaping project that you want to get done, it's worth your time to look at these items that are selling on Thursday, November the 10th here on BigIron.com. It is Election Day. Make sure you go out and vote. That's an important part, so we want to remind everybody to do that. But last week, we sold 640-acre hunting lease in Luke County, Nebraska, over by Taylor. And after that property sells for $8,300 to hunt, we have been overloaded with people who say, hey, can you sell my land hunting rights for this season? So if there are some hunting groups out there and you've got some interest, we've got names and legal descriptions of properties that people want to sell their hunting lease rights to. All you have to do is pick up the phone and give me a call at 402-276-2077. That's 402-276-2077, and we'll get you that perfect hunting spot where you can hit the turkeys, get the deer, have a lot of fun, take the kids out there, teach them to shoot something the first time. It's just part of being an American. That's why we love this fall season when it's hunting season. And we're listing land, livestock, machinery, and classic cars to sell in December. And boy, do we have a dandy of a classic car sale coming up here December the 8th. Unbelievable cars selling on that particular sale. We've got a lot of nice machinery retirement sales that are in the books right now to sell in December, some of them on their special days. We'll do a sale on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in December. If you are planning your retirement sale, if you got done harvesting and this was your last season for that, and now you want to get your machinery sold while this market is as high as I've ever seen it in all my 40-plus years of doing this, I think it's a great time to be having a conversation. Pick up the phone and give us a call, and we'll connect you with your Big Iron rep, the Big Iron district manager, and the region manager, so we can get those items all pictured and photographed and cleaned up, ready for your December sale when all these other folks that are farming are meeting with their tax people, and they're realizing that they had some extra income. Now they want to upgrade their machinery lines. They want to utilize the 179 depreciation tool to do that and not have to pay Uncle Sam quite so much in tax. That's just the Farmer Logic way. Take advantage of that Farmer Logic and get your equipment sold in December. Our phone number, once again, 402-276-2077. You can send a text message to that number as well if you want somebody to reach out to you, talk to you about your retirement sale. Same thing goes for land, folks. We're seeing just a lot of interest in people wanting to buy land. And I know everybody's talking about interest rates going up, but most of the people that are buying are paying for this land with cash. Or if they are borrowing money, it's a small percentage. So there's still a lot of money floating around, and until that money pool slows down, this land is going to stay real hot and real popular for a while. Pick up the phone and call us if you've got some rangeland, some grassland, some farmland that you would like to get sold. We can help you out with Big Iron Auctions, Big Iron Livestock, and Big Iron Classics.
All right, Mark. Always enjoy your reports. Talk to you next week. Look forward to it.
Thank you, guys. See ya.
Take care. Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company.
What are you looking at? Now, see, there's times you say, what's that look for? You pick on me because I'm looking at you. I don't know, but you're giving me a look. What's wrong? You still don't believe I'm fair and balanced,
That's it right
do you?
there. That's it right there. The Searchers and Needles and Pens. I don't know, guys. Just looking at Brent sometimes just makes me mad. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. Thank you, Austin. Thank you very much.
Austin Fox is here, and Lanny Palmer's here from FBLA here in Broken Bow. How you doing, guys?
Good.
Good. Well, last time you were here, you told us about a movie, a benefit for the food pantry. Did you have a good turnout and get some food to the pantry?
Yeah, it was a nice size of people came in, and we got lots of cans to give.
Good.
So
good. Well, it was a great project. Thanks for doing that. I'm going to turn things over just for a moment to Brent Apperson so that I can be fair and balanced and give him a chance to talk to young people from the FBLA in Broken Bow. So here's Brent.
All right. Well, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. What do you want to share with our listeners this morning?
So this Thursday, we are leaving at 8 to Denver for our National Fall Leadership Conference, which we raised around $17,000 for.
Oh, wow, that's phenomenal.
Yeah. And then we'll be back on Saturday night. And at the event, we'll attend different keynote speakers. There's different events that we signed up for. So, like, for example, I'm going for entrepreneurship. I think there's one for leadership, and there's a few more of those.
Now, will this conference include competition as well, or is this basically a conference just to kind of soak in information?
It kind of just gives a brief outlook on, like, what nationals will look like, what your state leadership conference will look like. It's really good for networking. Last year, we both attended it. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm sure you meet a lot of people Lainey,
Yes.
at this. Yeah, and I'm sure
Yes.
that's one of the enjoyable things about it.
Yep.
Yeah. So I assume this is a nationwide thing. I mean, people from all over the country are attending this?
Yep. So there's 2 different leadership conferences, one in Denver and one in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
So we're attending the Denver one. So it'll be like the middle of the country to the western, probably.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So what are some of the other things that you're doing through FBLA as we go through the school year?
We still have to shop at the grocery cart with the money we received at the movie theater to buy more supplies for the food pantry, and we're doing that on November 21st, and this is for our Feed Nebraska ribbon. And then we have a Split the Pot coming up on December 9th, and then we start selling Krispy Kreme donuts on November 23rd through December 5th. That's a big fundraiser for us, so I encourage lots of people to buy. And that's for SLC and chapter expenses. And we need 10,000 to attend SLC. So
Okay. Now, SLC is what exactly?
State Leadership Conference.
Okay. All right.
So that's held in Kearney at the Eunice Conference Center.
Okay. Now, is that where you guys, because I know you guys kind of do some presentations and some competition.
Yep.
Is that where that takes place
Yes.
then? Okay. And you guys have done really good at this in the past. I mean, you're allowed to brag a little bit, but the FBLA chapter from Broken Bow's done really good in this in the past, right?
Yeah.
So last year we had 2 top 10 placers at nationals.
Wow. At nationals?
Yep.
Okay. That's impressive.
Yeah.
All right, so these fundraisers are coming up. What I like, and Dave kind of started us off this way with the food pantry, but you guys do a lot of service type things as well, and helping benefit the food pantry is part of that. And I know that's a big part of FBLA too, is kind of service projects and things, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you guys want to mention or emphasize?
Yes, we would like to thank our sponsors, and the First Interstate Bank, Kincaid Brewing Company, Easy IT, Lynn's Appliance, Winquest Incorporation, Universal Insurance, Chapin's Furniture, Ideal Realty, Adams Land and Cattle, Broken Bow Animal Hospital, KCNI, KBVN Radio, State Farm, A Needed Touch, Shelter Insurance, Dana F. Cole and Company, Dairy Queen, Custer Federal State Bank, Prairie Eye Care Center, Govier Brothers, Agland ATV, Bruning Bank, Hooligan Water, Prime Plumbing, Peterson Clear Creek Ag, Gateway Motors, Palmer Monument, Broken Bow Legends, Prairie Grounds, Square M Accounting, Family Fun Center, Michelle Miller CPA, Trotters Service, Senate Duncan, Jenkins and Wickham, Frontier Family Pharmacy, Huss Livestock, Dana Cahill Insurance Agency, and the Leroy Anderson Grant.
Wow, that's a great list of businesses.
Yes.
That's how much this community thinks of FBLA and wants to support our youth.
I think so too, and it also all fits together because future business leaders, hopefully you will be business people in some area when you get to that point, and you'll understand that good businesses give back to their communities, and that was a fine list of good businesses right there, and there's others as well. So kind of all fits together pretty nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, can you mention the fundraiser again? Because I believe I heard the term donuts.
Yeah.
And so could you please give me that information again?
The Krispy Kreme donut sale, it starts on November 23rd, and it goes through December 5th, and this, again, goes towards our SLC and chapter expenses.
Okay. All right. And if people are interested, and let's say they don't get contacted, but they want to participate in the fundraiser, they just contact one of you guys or contact FBLA?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. We'll make sure you come out here. I
All right.
love Krispy Kreme donuts. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
You bet. Anything else you guys want to mention, or did we kind of touch on everything?
I think we got it all.
All right. Well, drive safe this week going out to Denver.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Have a good time.
Yeah. Come back and see us. Keep updating us as to what you're doing. We'd love to have you back. Yep.
Awesome.
Okay. You guys can hang with us if you don't want to go to your math classes. I mean,
Yeah. When is the class over? Just hang here and then go back for like when PE starts or something.
something easy. Then you
Yeah.
can go back. Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
We'll take a time out.
When you're out hunting for savings this Saturday, make sure to stop by the Quilting Shack in Broken Bow, and you'll receive 25% off your purchase. If you are a beginner or an experienced sewer, the Quilting Shack has what you need to complete your projects. With a huge selection of material choices, along with sewing notions, craft kits for the kids, and cake decorating supplies, you won't be bored this winter. Stop by Saturday, November 12th from 11 to 4 and receive 25% off your purchase at the Quilting Shack, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
It is no secret that cybersecurity and keeping your personal information safe and secure is very important. Scammers never stop and will do whatever they can to get your information. Some examples of what to be looking out for are spoofed phone calls, suspicious emails or texts, computer pop-ups, requests for urgent wire transfers or gift card purchases. If you are suspicious of fraud or a scam, always call your bank about the situation. Bruning Bank wants you to stay safe and be diligent about keeping your information secure. Our staff is trained to deal with any type of situation and is happy to help or answer any questions you may have. Bruning Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
Today, when you hop in the car to head in and vote, make sure you stop by Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow before or after to get your flu shot. Their flu shot clinic is going on from 9 until 5 today. Most insurance companies cover this immunization. It only takes a quick second, and then you are good to go for the flu season. Varney Health Mart's flu shot clinic today in Broken Bow until 5 p.m. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Turkey Time is back again for 2022. But don't call now. This isn't your cue. Keep listening, though, and you'll have a chance to play for a frozen turkey. Our DJ will ask you how many shots it will take to bag your bird. If the random shot generator matches what you picked, you'll hear, "Oh, you got me!" Which means you can come see us to get your certificate. Keep listening right here to play Turkey Time, Central Nebraska's radio hunting contest.
The morning Sandhills Drive never sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
8:48 is your time, and again, thanks to Lanny Palmer and Austin Fox for coming in and visiting with us about the FBLA activities here in Broken Bow. Great kids, great group, and it's always fun to find out more about what they're doing and their fundraisers and the different things they're going to.
Yeah.
Gosh, bright kids, fun kids, nice kids. Hey, speaking of, this is not going to be a very good transition, but I was thinking about the theater, and they were talking about their fundraiser they had for Halloween for the food pantry. And I just read this morning, and I think it was on CBS News, coming soon to a theater near you, Brent Apperson and others. A theater chain, the AMC theater chain, is creating Zoom rooms.
Oh, wow. Zoom on the big screen.
Yeah, so companies can come rent them with supersized virtual meetings. They figure the rooms can also be used for corporate events. Guests, they can get together and even have a little party and have the Zoom meetings. They're going to be available in 17 cities starting next year. But I think the Fox Theater is a little ahead of the curve. They've been having some things like that for a number of years. I remember going to a presentation at the Fox Theater years ago when they were introducing how the cloud works, the internet cloud. And I know they've had some other gatherings there. So talk to them about it at the Fox Theater. I know Tanya would be happy to. I don't know whether you can have an actual Zoom meeting, but I'm betting they can come close.
Yeah.
Right here in Broken Bow. Cozad, maybe even the Arnold Theater. I'm not sure. We can make it happen.
There you go.
Well, this is a little bit, I don't think it's controversial. It's just a little bit aggravating or depressing. I hate to do that to our listeners. it's kind of about being wasteful. The Houston Astros, which we don't like anyway.
They just won the World Series.
Yes. Mm-hmm. They sprayed $380,000 worth of champagne around the clubhouse during their celebration.
Wow. I'm glad you brought that up because when I watch sporting events, and when you have the big championship, in professional sports, there's usually the champagne celebration. And I've always wondered how much money is spent on the champagne. Now I know. They spent how much? $380,000 worth of champagne? Is that what you said?
Well, they said, yes, $380,000 doused themselves with 250 bottles of high dollar champagne.
Oh, high dollar champagne.
They couldn't just use a regular, they're going to spray it everywhere, but they had, I can't pronounce the champagne. It's French or something.
Okay. So you think that was a bit excessive to spend that much money on champagne that, let's be honest, most of it probably, ended up on the floor, ended up on each other because you're spraying it.
It's kind of wasteful to pay that much to drink it, let alone spray it around.
Yeah.
Get some home brew and spray it around, or,
Yeah, I'm with you, but they won the championship.
So, this is going to be kind of weird.
Okay.
But I was thinking, I think everybody at one time in their life thought, what song would I want to have played at my funeral service? If I passed away, what song would I want to have played? And you could write that down, and they would probably play it for you at your funeral service.
Mm-hmm.
And when I heard this one, you're gonna be uncomfortable with this one, but
do I need to go to my island?
This might fit unless I change my mind. This might be played at my funeral.
Okay.
Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs, Wicked Mind. Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs. One called Wicked Mind. I don't think that's going to work.
No.
You know why?
Why is that, Dave?
That probably would have fit when I was 25 or 30, but I don't think I can crawl underneath the barbed wire fence anymore.
When I first heard that song, I'm like, boy, that kind of sounds like Tom Petty.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, then I read about Mike Campbell. I didn't realize he was a longtime member of the Heartbreakers and wrote songs with Tom Petty. So I'm like, well, no wonder it sounds like Tom Petty.
Yeah, great guitarist, and that sound he carried with him through Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, definitely. And had the opportunity to see Tom Petty down in Kansas City, the Sands outdoor venue, I believe it was called, Sands something. And Mike Campbell came out and played during break and did surfing music.
Yeah?
Like, really, really rocked it. It was great, yeah. I don't think that's going to work for my funeral.
Okay.
You'd probably have like Don Williams or something like that, wouldn't you? Or maybe...
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it.
You should think about it. Write it down.
Okay, well, thanks. Right?
My guy never knows. You know why?
Well,
you never
thanks,
know?
Dave. It really lifts up my day. Hey, Brent, think about the song you want played at your funeral. Thanks. That'll brighten my day up.
I'd write it down today. You just never know.
True.
So here's an example of that, if you don't mind.
Okay.
If I had it all queued up, now I lost it. We're going right into it. It's going to be a great segue. And I turn the page. There's something about Florida, which I don't want to read. Oh, man. Well, what happened? I can tell you.
Okay.
I read it. I pre-read it.
All right.
This is an example. Write down your funeral song and your arrangements.
Okay.
You might want to go see Grant.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
You're just, what a
you're going
uplifting segment this is turning into.
As a matter of fact, you're going for a checkup today. You never know. A meteorite crashes into a house.
Oh, my.
And
Where
the
did
house,
that happen?
House burns to the ground in Northern California.
Wow.
Yep. Something from outer space set a guy's house on fire. The home in Northern California burst into flames seconds after neighbors reported seeing a fireball from the sky.
Yikes.
Yes. And it was a meteorite. They haven't found it yet, but his home is gone. It hit the porch. He said he heard a bang, hit the porch, lit the house on fire, and NASA said that the meteor showers are peaking right now. So this is one that got through the atmosphere and made it to...
And destroyed somebody's house. That's like movie material.
Yes, it is.
Man.
I wonder what his last song would be for his funeral. Fire? Spaceman? Something like that.
I don't know.
It's news time.
Okay.
I know, Brent. I know. Sometimes it's difficult to talk about things like that. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPVN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief.
Vote. Get it out of the way. Just do the civic duty.
Americans are heading to the polls. This voter in Pennsylvania says this is one reason voting for the right people is so important to
Inflation.
him.
I got 4 kids and family, and right now it's getting tight.
Your dreams of being super rich were delayed because of a security issue, but last night's Powerball numbers have finally been drawn.
56. Right after that, America, we have 41, 33, 47, 10. Now for your winning Powerball number. Good luck, everyone. It is 10.
You hit all of them, that's a $1.9 billion payout. Tesla's recalling 40,000 vehicles because of a power steering issue. WWJ's Jeff Gilbert.
That power steering assist can fail on rough roads or when the vehicle hits a pothole. Tesla believes it can fix the problem by recalibrating the system with an over-the-air software update.
CBS News Brief, I'm Stacey Lynn.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles.
Here's Nick Cope.
The Ravens won their third straight with a 27-13 win over the Saints in New Orleans on Monday Night Football. Baltimore running back Kenyon Drake ran for 93 yards and 2 scores. Colts owner Jim Irsay defended his decision to hire former Indy offensive lineman Jeff Saturday as the team's interim coach, saying despite having no previous NFL coaching experience, Saturday is, quote, fully experienced enough, end quote. In the NBA, the Warriors snapped a 5-game losing skid thanks to 47 points from Steph Curry as they beat the Kings 116-113. Lakers dropped their third in a row, now 2-8 on the season as they went down to the Jazz 139-116. College basketball opened its season on Monday, all ranked teams in action, and they all won their respective games. Former FIFA President Sepp Blatter said Qatar being awarded this year's World Cup was a bad choice and a mistake.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have mostly cloudy skies and breezy conditions with a chance for some drizzle activity. Those high temperatures working up to 67. We'll have our winds out to the south and southeast at 15 to 25. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 54. Another breezy but milder day in store on Wednesday, at least some partial sunshine with highs in the lower 70s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow loves being your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer. You already know that winter is the perfect time to knock out some projects to prepare for next year, but what you need is Custer Electric and Irrigation by your side. They have some special offerings going on, including driveline conversions, sprinkler packages, and winter maintenance specials. Things get busy when the snow melts and the flowers bloom in spring. Custer Electric and Irrigation can get that work done for you right now. Here's the cool part with winter maintenance. You receive 10% off any part repairs done. If the maintenance pivot has issues next watering season, they honor that same 10% parts discount all season long. Even more exciting is that they are offering special pricing if you get it done before the end of the year. There's never been a better time to get that maintenance knocked out. Discounts save you money, and then you already have it done when spring rolls around. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer in Broken Bow. Call today at 872-7786, follow them on Facebook, or visit custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation, experience the difference.
9:04, temperatures an even 50 now under a cloudy sky. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney. My co-host, Brent Apperson, is in the studio as well. And we have guests in the studio from Off-Broadway Assisted Living.
We do.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Jody, how you doing?
Good.
You're looking good today.
Thank you.
Jessica, you're looking great, too.
Thank you.
It's good to have you guys in here. I have a personal question to ask you before we get into the actual promotion of the facility. Where was that? Oh, there it is.
I'm waiting.
Okay. 2 questions.
Okay.
I'm going to ask the question to each one of you. Do you like cappuccino?
I do.
Do you?
I do.
Jessica?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that 50% of American teens are regular drinkers of cappuccino?
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question is, do you ever watch Days of Our Lives?
I did.
You did?
Mm-hmm. No.
Jody, never. Okay.
From 12 to 1 for years. That's what time it was.
Yeah, lunch. Yeah. You realize that thing's been around, that show, since 1965?
Yeah.
Wow. So that's all the personal questions I have for you. You know, how you getting along with your families? Everything good?
Good.
All right.
No one said any different, so.
This is what we call icebreaker questions.
Yeah.
You know, it just kind of breaks the ice and leads us into the big interview.
Yeah. I like that, the big interview.
What's the deal with the Days of Our Lives?
It's the anniversary of when it started.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that some of the storylines are the same as they were in 1965.
Yeah.
Just a guess.
Yeah, I bet you're right. Well, speaking of families, I ask you how you're getting along with your families. You have a couple different families because you have a family you work with every day and
Yes.
enjoy
Yep.
at Off-Broadway. And it's going into the holiday season. Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming up, and I'm sure you guys got some things planned.
Yes.
We do, and it's a surprise. So
Oh, good.
I'm not going to
Expose
go
it.
into that right now.
Okay. Does it have anything to do with the hot tub?
Well, you have to have a hot tub first.
That's a whirlpool, Dave.
It's a whirlpool.
They have it off-Broadway.
And it's a single person. So to have
Yeah.
a party and a single person, whirlpool.
Not going to happen.
Okay. You could rotate.
I hate to bring this up, but I just picture in my mind Dave in the whirlpool with a big turkey leg celebrating Thanksgiving.
Funny, you should say that. I did too.
But it'd be hard to eat a turkey leg if you had a snorkel on.
Oh, brother.
You could probably have cappuccino, though.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
you could. You could. So it's a surprise. The holiday festivities are a surprise.
Yep, we're still working on it for them.
All right, very good. It's going to be fun, though,
Yes.
isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Always. We always have a good time at Off-Broadway. Always.
Do you have any suites left? Any apartments left for people?
We do have a few. Just call and talk to either Jody or I. There's a process that we have to follow for move-in, so just get a hold of us. We do have some specials going on, and we will talk to you about it when you give us a call. But yeah, sure, we've got a couple studios, a couple one-bedrooms.
Okay.
Right now would be the time with the snow coming, and it's super important that it's a lot easier to do it now than when the snow's on the ground and you're trying to move in. So.
Right. Now, if we come down to someday, because Brett and I have worked together quite a long time, and someday we might want to move in with you guys. And,
Roommates?
well, no, separate apartments.
Yes.
Just making sure.
Preferably on different floors.
Okay.
Yes.
I would need a wet bar in my apartment. I don't think Brent would, because I don't know if that's available or not.
Jody?
This always goes back to the administrator.
Yeah, it always does.
And it's a case-by-case situation, so I'll be sure to put that in your file, that is a request. I'm not, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, just
Well,
thought.
I can tell you what we do have.
Okay.
Is we do have 3 meals a day, weekly laundry and housekeeping service, transportation. We do have a wonderful lady that comes in and is our beautician. She comes every week. Library access. We do have ice cream. We have lawn and snow removal. And then we do utilize our gazebo a lot, as well as we do weekly shopping and for our residents. So they're never lonely, and we always got activities going on. And
Of course, you can have a snack in between meals and maybe some ice cream
yep,
with
Yep.
fudge on it, or chocolate or butterscotch.
well, some of the reasons to live at Off Broadway, you won't be lonely. There's lots of friends in our community. There's never a dull moment. We offer something for everyone throughout the day to keep you busy. So we have activities from exercise to bingo to puzzles to word searches to crafts. I mean, we're busy all day long. So it is a beautiful life to live at Off Broadway.
Yeah. And you can come and go as you please.
That's right. You can have your car if you choose, or you can choose not to. And the peace of mind for your children is probably the most important, that they don't have to worry that you aren't at home alone, lonely, had fall. That's what we're there to help them with.
Nutrition,
Yep.
making sure
Eating,
they
they're
take
healthy.
their medications and so forth. And
Yep.
We're not trying to take their independence from them, because we let them come and go as they want. They can still have their vehicle. We're just adding that little bit of security for them and the family.
Yeah.
Is what we're doing.
Peace of mind for sure.
Yep.
And what a wonderful facility too. I mean, it's comfortable. It's well done. When they built it, they thought it over, and it's really set up nicely. So it's a great place to even visit. And speaking of that, I know you were excited about some liberation of some regulations, and I'm sure that's been nice.
Yes, it has. this obviously is the flu time, and we have the RSV going around too.
Right.
So I highly recommend that, if you're not feeling good, you've had symptoms, you've been close contact with somebody that's been positive for COVID in the last 10 days, yourself has had a positive test in the last 10 days, that we would like for you to reschedule that visit until later.
Yeah, it's just common courtesy, really.
Right.
I think most people understand that, but fudge a little bit sometimes, when you want to see somebody, and it's kind of difficult, but it's better safe than sorry.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think it's just the allergies, and it could be worse.
Yeah.
So, and it's not worth that half an hour that you spend with them. There's always, that's one thing, we've got technology. Anytime they want to see face to face, we've got Zoom, otherwise there's always picking up the phone and just calling and saying, hey, Mom, I'm not feeling very good, but I'd like to visit with you over the phone.
It can be done, and Zoom can be done. So, good. All right. Well, Brent, did you have any fair and balanced questions you'd like to ask?
I don't think so. The questions I had, I think, have been answered.
Okay.
So good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. When people want to come and take a look, I know you prefer, because we've talked about this before, but I know you welcome guests and tours and so forth. A phone call ahead would probably work best, right?
That would be best. If they could call 308-872-2522 so Jody or I can be available to answer any questions, go and look at apartments that are available, then we can get the process started and see what their ideas and what their goals are.
Okay.
So.
Right. And even if a person may not be ready to take that step at this very moment, but they're thinking, you know what, down the road, that you're still willing to talk to those folks and get them, familiar with what Off-Broadway does.
Absolutely. We could get the process starting, and so at least they kind of know what they're looking for and what we can go through their insurance as well as, all of the documentation that has to happen and see what we have to do to make sure that they're ready when they are ready. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess you guys probably have to go vote.
Today's?
Yeah, today's the day to vote. Are you going to vote?
Yes.
Are you looking at me?
Yeah, well,
yes,
all of everybody
I
here.
do. Yes, I am planning to vote.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's the wonderful thing is our residents got to vote as well. So, I mean, we gave them the opportunity. They could early vote or they could go in person. So, I mean, they get to do all sorts of things. Just because you're living at Off-Broadway doesn't mean that you don't get to do anything. So, we took them to the haunted house with Judy Winquist.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're very grateful for the things that our residents get to do, and if there's things that are out there that people would like our residents to see, give us a call, and we can see if we can make that happen. So.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, if any of you are Democrats, there's going to be a party after the polls close tonight, and all 12 Democrats are going to meet if you guys want to join us.
I'm busy.
I'm going to crash the party.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, we wouldn't kick you out, but we'd prefer that all the Democrats in the county. I think there's 12 to 14 of us. So
opinions checked at the door, right?
Here's Joe Bonamassa.
At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
If you're buying or selling used equipment and trucks, look no further than PurpleWave.com. We offer a wide selection of skid steers, dozers, loaders, backhoes, trucks, and more. Items are added daily to our regularly scheduled auctions, where everything sells to the highest bidders. Bidding is easy, so get started today. Visit PurpleWave.com. Straight, simple, sold.
Americans don't trust big media. That's why millions have made the switch and watch Newsmax. They even use the free Newsmax app on their phones. They watch the Newsmax team with Eric Bowling, Mike Huckabee, Greta Van Susteren, Rob Schmidt, and more. Newsmax is on major cable systems. If your system doesn't carry it, call them and demand Newsmax. More than 20 million Americans have made the switch to Newsmax. Make the switch today. You won't look back.
America's midterms, with so much at stake, count on CBS News. Live from Times Square.
New vote tallies just came in.
With fair, accurate results in real time.
Control of the Senate could come down to any one of these close races.
Exclusive polling and voter profiles.
We spent a lot of time talking to voters.
Powerful insights on what matters most.
Our voices and our numbers count.
So count on CBS News as America decides. Watch today on CBS and streaming all day.
The turkeys are loose in Custer County. Now here's your announcer to tell you which caller can play. We're going to fool you and take the first caller.
Hey, all right. Good.
So we're just going to pick it up and find out who we have on the line. If we give a turkey away, we should let you know that it will be needed to be picked up in Arnold, Nebraska. But that's not too far away. Let's find out who we have on the line. Who are we talking to this morning?
Tiffany.
Tiffany. What a beautiful name, Tiffany. I bet you're a beautiful person, too, aren't you?
No.
Oh, yes, you are. It would be beautiful if you just had to take a little drive over to Arnold and pick up a turkey over there, wouldn't it?
It would be, yes.
All right. This is brought to you by Grazer's Bar and Grill, by the way. How many shots do you think it's going to take?
2.
All right, Tiffany, I'm for you. Tiffany, I'm for you. 2 for Tiffany. Here we go.
Oh, rats.
Gee, many Tiffany. Well, keep listening and we'll give it another try later, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
I think 2 is the most popular guess.
You think so?
I do. When I play Turkey Time, it seems like the majority of people will choose 2.
Well, it's worked out. You give a lot of them away yesterday.
We had good success yesterday. Yeah. Gave away 3, I think. I gave away 2 during Party Line, I think, yesterday.
Wow. Well, let's just conclude the show with a little discussion about Liana and Chip.
Okay. Oh, wow. We're going to conclude the show. We have Liana and Chip. If you're listening, we have about 7 minutes left.
Oh, boy.
So be prepared.
Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Now, they have an office in Callaway. That's the original office. They have one here in Broken Bow. And they are up and going there, strong. Go in and check it out. They have other locations that I'm not even sure of all the different places they are anymore. They're growing and growing and growing. But this is a very important time period, Brent Apperson. Medical annual open enrollment runs through December 7th. And that sounds like a ways away, but it's really not. I mean, November's already rolling. So it's very important to check your Part D prescription plan, as there are always changes with drugs covered and costs, and they will help you with that. And also, they want to kind of give you a heads up. Be careful about the ads on television and radio and in the paper that look a little bit and sound a little bit too good to be true. So, just keep that in mind. Under 65 private health insurance annual open enrollment is November 1st through January 15th. So if you need a policy in place for January 23, you need to get it done by December 15th. And there are some important carrier changes there for next year. Bright Health is leaving the Nebraska market, and Blue Cross Blue Shield is coming back. So changes can be a little bit complicated and confusing. So give them a call at 836-2201, 308-836-2201, or you can stop in and talk to Tina Hurt here in Broken Bow at the office, downtown Broken Bow, or call her at 872-6996.
All right. It is hunting season, as we know, and this Saturday in Broken Bow, they encourage you to go around town and hunt for savings. It's on November 12th, 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. This event sponsored in part by the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce. Join the hunt for low prices and great savings. Check out the racks on these local shops. Target in on this one-day only event. And the cool thing, with hunting season, sometimes you got a bag limit. There's no bag limit for this hunting trip. You can walk out the store with as many bags as you want.
Wow.
Yeah, fill them up. So here are the participating retailers for Hunt for Savings on Saturday, November 12th, running from 9 to 4. Businesses include Geared for Sports, Chapin's Furniture, The Quilting Shack, Bow Bootery, Bow Family Furniture and Flooring, Ortello Dale, Lily Kate Boutique, Broken Bow Floral, The Garden Center, and Kincaidor Brewing Company. And all of these retailers that we mentioned, they're going to kind of have a special going on in the store where you can register for a gift that will be given by that particular retailer. So take advantage of Hunt for Savings. It'll be Saturday, November 12th, 9 to 4 in Broken Bow.
Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is looking for a person out there with skills in the infant toddler teacher specialist area. Now, they offer this job to an infant toddler teacher center specialist, 40 hours per week, year-round in Broken Bow. Starting pay starts over just over $19 an hour starting, plus health, dental, life, and vision insurance, 11 paid holidays, paid time off, and an employer-matched retirement plan available. So that's pretty darn good. And some of the things that you'll need to apply for the job is a valid driver's license, a working phone, Child Development Associate Certificate, or associate or bachelor degree in early childhood education. They prefer experience working with infants and toddlers and working with income qualifying families and some past supervisor experience. But they would talk to you if you're interested in it, getting involved. If you have some of those qualifications, you can apply by calling 308-745-0780 or extension 0. And you can also go online at centralnebraskacap.com. All these details are available on the Sandhills Express job page.
If you have items that you need dry cleaned, a reminder, the drop-off deadline for dry cleaning is tomorrow by 11:30. Drop them off at the Cleaning Shack here in Broken Bow to help with your dry cleaning. They're located inside the Quilting Shack, which you'll find on East Highway 2. Again, drop-off deadline for dry cleaning is tomorrow by 11:30 to have it back the following Wednesday by 3. Speaking of the Quilting Shack, make sure you check it out, especially this Saturday. We told you about the Hunt for Savings promotion that's going on around Broken Bow on Saturday. The Quilting Shack will be a part of that, so we encourage you to stop by and participate in their Hunt for Savings on Saturday, where you can receive 25% off your purchase. They'll be open Saturday from 11 until 4. That's at the Quilting Shack in Broken Bow.
Broken Bow Housing Authority has an opening. They're seeking to fill a newly developed position of deputy director. The deputy director would help provide leadership and direction to all aspects of the Broken Bow Housing Authority's operations, which manages 40 apartments and 45 homes located in the city of Broken Bow and 20 apartments at Husker Homes in Ansley. The candidate should have a passion for quality customer service and a solid knowledge of the regulatory environment. Applicants must have a high school diploma or equivalent, a minimum of associate's degree in business or public administration, and finance experience and related fields would really be helpful as well. On qualifications and experience of a successful candidate, they would like to talk to you about it. This is a full-time position. To make an application for this position, please submit a one-page letter of interest and resume that includes salary history and 3 professional references. And submit those documents to the Broken Bow Housing Authority at 825 South 9th Avenue in Broken Bow, in person or by U.S. mail.
I'm sure that some of you have seen in the past the Cajun Prairie food truck in the area. Well, they are coming back.
Oh, wow.
And they're going to be in Ord on Thursday at Agland Electric and Irrigation from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's on Thursday in Ord, Nebraska. They'll be set up at Agland Electric and Irrigation from 11 until 7. And then the following day on Friday, which would be Veterans Day, they're going to be here in Broken Bow. And they're going to be set up at Anderson Auto Tech from 11 a.m. until 7. So the Cajun Prairie food truck coming to Broken Bow. It'll be here on Friday. And again, their setup will be at Anderson Auto Tech. That's where you'll find them from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. Offering authentic, and we do mean authentic, Cajun dishes straight out of the swamps of Louisiana. Experience a taste of the bayou, offering alligator, catfish, shrimp, jambalaya, and their delicious boudin balls.
Woo.
Follow them on Facebook to see their scheduled locations, and make sure to tell them you heard it on KCNI KBBN Radio. And for you veterans out there and on-duty officers, you can receive a free boudin ball at the Cajun Prairie food truck. So keep that in mind and take advantage of that opportunity to experience some delicious, authentic Cajun food straight out of the swamps of Louisiana. Check them out. It's the Cajun Prairie food truck coming back to Broken Bow. And again, they'll be set up at Anderson Auto Tech from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. on Friday in Broken Bow. Also, they're going to be in Ord on Thursday at Agland Electric and Irrigation from 11 until 7. If you swing by and pick up some Cajun food, make sure you tell them that you're there because you heard it on The Breakfast Show.
And if you're not familiar with Anderson Auto, it's right out here by us. It's just off the corner here on Highway 2 as you come out towards the radio station. You'll see it back there with Rod's Body and Paint. They're right side by side there. And that's the location.
There you go.
Tell them we sent you. Also, we have another job here, early childhood infant toddler cook position, again with the Community Action Partnership. And the same benefits pretty much apply for this position that we told you about before. Now, this position is a starting wage of $11.76 per hour. Qualifications required: high school diploma or equivalent, a valid Nebraska driver's license, and a working phone. And some previous experience working with infants and their families would be very helpful. General duties would include purchasing food and preparing meals, complying with the USDA requirements, and be responsible for classroom cleaning, dishes, and laundry, and so forth. If you need an application, contact this number, 308-745-0780, extension 0, or apply online at centralnebraskacap.com. And all of these details are also listed on Sandhills Express jobs page.
Another job opportunity for you. The Nebraska Department of Transportation is currently accepting applications for a highway maintenance worker in Ansley. For a full job description and to apply, go to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. That's statejobs.nebraska.gov. An online state application must be completed. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
All right, we'll be right back after these words.
Your farm, your way. That's how it should be for all decisions on your operation, including carbon farming. With more qualifying practices, Carbon by Indigo makes it easier to earn income from credits for carbon farming practices you recently started or are considering. Plus, Indigo provides free agronomic resources and expert insights to help you choose what's right for your operation, supporting you as you work to increase your payments. Tom Cannon, who grows corn, soybeans, and wheat, enrolled with Carbon by Indigo in 2020. He says carbon farming can work anywhere.
It does take local knowledge. I think Indigo's been amazing at doing that. Some of the tools that they have been really, really good at helping people to see different practices, where they're working, where maybe they're not working as well.
Farm your way and get paid in cash. See what your carbon farming earning potential could be in less than a minute at indigoag.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply. See program agreement for details.
The turkeys are loose in Custer County. Now here's your announcer to tell you which caller can play. We will take the third caller at 872-2801.
It's been called the Great Pretender because more than 16 million Americans have the red-faced skin disorder called rosacea, yet most don't know it. Many think the bumps and pimples are a return of teenage acne that will eventually fade. Others think the facial redness is a sunburn that never went away. It can even affect the eyes, causing irritation that could lead to vision loss. Yes, rosacea is the great pretender because it mimics so many other disorders. And without proper therapy, rosacea usually gets worse and can seriously disrupt people's social and professional lives. But it doesn't have to. Over the years, advances in medical care have made the goal of clear skin possible. If you or a loved one has a red face or bumps and pimples that won't go away, see a dermatologist for diagnosis and treatment, or visit the National Rosacea Society at rosacea.org.
We have Dina on the line. Good morning, Dina. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Is your day going well?
It is.
Good. We could make it better with the turkey, though, right?
We can.
All right. This is brought to you by Grazer's Bar and Grill. So if you win the turkey, you'll have to have somebody bring it over or go pick it up over in Arnold. Would that be all right?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Very good. I'd probably go pick it up for you. I'd like to go over there. I haven't been to Arnold for a while. Anyway, it's brought to you by Grazer's Bar and Grill. And how many shots do you think it's going to take to bag the turkey?
2.
The ever popular 2, according to Brent. Here we go. I'm pulling the trigger.
Oh,
hey,
you got me.
All right, Dina, way to go. Good job. You have won yourself a turkey, and that turkey these days is worth about $3,000. So used to be about 19 cents a pound back when we first started turkey time, as I remember, 20 cents. And it's not that way anymore, is it?
No, I've heard that they've really gone up.
They have. Dina, if you'll hold on the line, I'll get the breakfast show concluded, and I'll get a little information from you, if that's all right.
That's fine. Thank you.
Oh, you bet. Now, Dina, before we do this, do you feel like Brent is fair and balanced or not?
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, isn't it, though?
It's an unfair question.
Yeah.
I'll say that. All right, stay with us, Dina, on the line, if you would, please. And Brent will close the show.
Okay.
Have a great day.
You bet. You too.
And take care. And be good. And
and go vote, everybody.
Go vote.
you